Hey everybody, and welcome to the final week of Season 18 here on LFM. This is the Open Wheeler series at Red Bull Ring, and started this week off with a little bit of a scare. Not only just because of that car coming off, but this fine car in front of me, and it's now behind me. Oh, and now it's in front of me. Scaring me.
I am immediately getting off track. I do not want to race someone like that. I do not want to be in the same postcode as someone like that.
And yeah, I ended up qualifying alright-ish. Like, this lap was a 24.6.
Yes.
Still wasn't good enough for
You know
pole.
that I ran and struck back, right?
Yes.
And you know nobody was killed.
Yes.
And you know why? Because it was just as fake as when we took out Solomon.
Okay.
We did take him out, but they had to save face. So they called President Trump. And I reminded you.
Okay, now is not a good time to talk about politics.
Okay, but anyway, it's the same thing.
And now you know why I like to record all of my voiceovers at night. Anyways, I get pipped off of pole, and this race start, it was kind of chaotic. Honestly, I was expecting this track to be much of the same as the last few weeks with all of the power tracks, but no, I was pleasantly surprised with the kind of racing I found myself in with these couple of races that I was able to take part in. I think it mainly comes down to the length of the track more than anything. I think that it being much shorter helps I think it really helps bring cars, it fosters closer racing, that's what I want to say. It helps foster closer racing in these smaller cars, slower cars I should say, and right here, this is just a prime example of this, fighting Evan here, going through this final sector on the second lap. Defending my heart out, but unfortunately the car just super tight, and he gets a run up the inside going through the third to last corner, or actually the final corner of the for second sector. I do try to come back at him going through the final two corners though, and we do give each other space, much respect. I actually try to go for the overcut, and I got a bunch of understeer, and although there was no contact, I still didn't feel good doing that, so I did speak to him afterwards, and thankfully there was no hard feelings, but he did ask that I try and do something about my connection, and you are going to see later on what I did to improve my connection. Anyways, fast forwarding here, I do lose quite a few positions because of that, and honestly, I just get him right back because P4 ends up going wide at T1, and just right there, P3 just goes into the gravel and just easy pickings. But unfortunately, I wasn't able to catch at him. There were times where I was going faster, but honestly, I just kept making very, very tiny mistakes. But it was still quite fun, just trying to catch up to him. Like, we were still relatively close. And, back marker stuck on the racing line there. That may have, that did bring him a bit closer to me, and I was in the slipstream, but honestly, it was just too late for me to make a move. I do try to look around the outside, just take the racing line, see if I can get slower, but then I just ride those bumps. Like, I'd say, like, those are, like, the number one obstacle when it comes to racing this track, is just how ungodly some of the bumps are. Alright, so the race you just watched was recorded on a Monday morning. Right now it's Wednesday afternoon, and during my search for ways to improve my ping
to European servers, I came across this program right here, ExitLag. And so I decided that I would give this a try. In full disclosure, I am not sponsored by them in any way, but, you know, if anybody from ExitLag's watching, business emails in the description. But what I have here is a pretty rudimentary setup. I could use an automatic service selection, but I've actually found that manual service selection worked better for me. And so I will be hopping into the practice server to show how effective it really is. But before I do my quick little test, I do want to give a brief thank you to Eduardo Cavalli for answering my DMs and actually giving me a little bit of advice on what other things to look for when I'm doing my little test, not just the ping, but also the consistency of the connection. So with that said, let's see how it does. So what you're seeing right now is a time lapse of 2 sessions I did, both 10 minutes around in length. And I did one with ExitLag on and ExitLag off, and the population stayed around the same, so there shouldn't be that much variety in the results. And one more decently sized complaint that I wanted to lob against ExitLag is whenever you're on the home screen here, the GPU usage spikes from anywhere between 5 to 10%. And I just want to move over to another menu just to show that it immediately goes down, and it only happens on the home screen. I don't know why, and I don't know why it needs all that GPU usage, but for someone like me running on a 3070, which is still comparable, like it's still competent, but it's not like the best out there. I'd like to see this improved going forward. Just the GPU usage on the home screen. But the testing doesn't really stop there, because I decided to throw ExitLag on for a proper race, the second one I have for you today. And this has actually ended up being a very high elo race. I believe the strength of field was something like 2600, which I would say is like on the higher end for this series. So yeah, and there are a lot of ringers here. A lot of names that I'm not familiar with, save for Daniel, who has showed up at Road America and just absolutely cleaned house. So qualifying here, and I still didn't feel absolutely comfortable with my setup. I just couldn't get it consistent, especially going through this corner here where I locked the rears and end up going wide. Even though I did lose a good chunk of time, I still decided to push on with my lap. And honestly, it was just this middle sector. Like, it was the middle sector, turn 1, and the last turn that all gave me troubles. Mainly because the rear suspension just didn't want to behave more than anything. Like, I'd just take the corner like 1 pixel wrong, and the rear just destabilized. That's genuinely how it felt, like 8 times out of 10. So, going through this final corner here, somehow they managed to find time, and I believe this is going to be a 29.6? 29.7. Yeah, that was only good for P5 on the grid. So, jumping ahead to the race start here, and I do get a decent-ish launch, but unfortunately I'm in the outside for turn 1, so I've just gotta make sure that, yeah, watch for people like that who like to send it up into T1, lap 1. And from here, it's just trying to file out, just trying to wade through the chaos, so to speak. Conrad goes defensive going into T3, and, yeah, because turn 2 is, yet again, a nothing corner on this track. But, regardless, so, once again, just side by side here, and, once again, like, when the racing is close, and it's fun. And, I think that is just highlighted here by this top 5 group. Like, mainly from 2nd to 4th. But, yeah, still fighting him, and we're coming up to the middle sector where I absolutely struggle. I just decide to let him go on the outside, file back in for this final corner of the sector, and just get a massive wash of understeer as Zolt tries to mount an attack from behind, but he is under attack himself. And going through these final two corners, they're side by side, pretty much the same incidents that I was going through. I am not sure that, I don't think I was responsible for that, but that results in a very bad accident, and just opens up a pocket behind me to just kind of hold pace. But the second through fourth group and the leader just all started running away from me. And cutting to lap 8 here, I thought a podium was out of the picture, but Daniel gets a drive-through for cutting the track 3 times, which kind of flipped the race on its head a little bit for me. So he goes in to serve his drive-through, and now my sights are on Evan, who I think I'm on level pace, even though I have massively under-pressure tires and 1 compound harder. And you know, while I'm here, I may as well just ask the question: am I weird for making hard tires work in race trim? But that Evan mixes it up at the second to last corner, and somehow I come away with a podium.
Snuck a podium.
But yeah,
I'll take it.
P3 to end out the season, so I'm really happy with that.
Honest to God, did not expect a podium. Think I'll just end my season on that.
Now, with all that being said and done, is ExitLag or services adjacent to ExitLag worth it? Now, I think that entirely depends on 3 things. Number 1, your location. Number 2, your base internet and how fast it is. And number 3, the location of the servers that you're trying to connect to. For me, living on the edge of the world in all of Western civilization, barring Hawaii and Guam, and connecting to servers in Germany, and getting my connection entirely through Ethernet, I did see some improvement. I did see a tangible improvement, but I am not entirely sold on a $60 upwards to $100 subscription to improve my connection 15%. But then again, I was unfamiliar with how to set it up and whether or not my setup was optimal. So, sound off in the comments if there was any way I could improve my setup. But that's just how I see things right now. But yeah, with all that said and done, I somehow managed to get 6th in this championship, which honestly I was not expecting. I knew I wasn't gonna be like a front runner, or because like this is my first time taking this car seriously in any sort of capacity. But yeah, I'm genuinely surprised that I was able to get away with it. But now I want to give some feedback regarding the championship. Number 1, I think that the Tadas is a good entry-level series to get people into the LFM system. Number 2, I did enjoy most of the track selection. There were a few tracks that I didn't quite agree on. Honestly, I haven't recorded my voiceovers for the rest of the video, so maybe I talked about it then. But aside from a few outliers, I think the schedule on the whole was good. And number 3, I really enjoyed the close. Whenever racing was close, it was really close and really fun. And there's really not much else I can say about that. And another question is, would I do this series again next season? And I am not entirely sold. Mainly because all the best drivers seem to race at very early hours in the morning for me. So yeah, California, once again, being objectively the worst place to do sim racing on an international level. But yeah, another thing too is that I want to try experimenting with all of the other series that LFM has on offer, and not only just in Assetto Corsa, but maybe I'll go back to ACC. We'll see about that. But yeah, do leave a comment suggesting what series I should look into going into this next season, and while you're at it, do leave a like and subscribe so you do see what I do next season. But for right now, thank you guys for watching this video and the entire season of me just fumbling around in this car. And until the next video, take it easy.